Alright guys, welcome back to Everyone Gaming, welcome back to F1 2021, and welcome back to my team on the Firerockets campaign, and we're going to continue where we left off last night, hopefully no more glitches, and we're going to do Monaco Season 1, Round 5, and hopefully see where we end up towards the end of the season, at the end of the stream. So, go to race weekend. And hopefully not rammed off the track and bits and pieces.
Looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're alright. Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please. Are you alright? Engine off, engine off.
yes, we got Prestige 1 off stream.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today. Verstappen, Bottas and Sergio Perez. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Prestige 3 on Series 4. We got 1 and 2 on the last one, so I hope to get all 5. We'll see if we get all 5 badges. I don't think we're going to win Monaco, but...
Well, things didn't really go your way today. Let's have your take.
Really like
you scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip? You lost to your teammate today. Was it just not your day? You didn't practice much this weekend. Are you saving your car for the race? Appreciate your time.
Neck and neck.
Nelson Piquet once said that driving the Circuit de Monaco was like riding a bicycle around your living room. And it's not hard to see what he means by that. There's no more prestigious a Grand Prix victory than Monaco, but also none so challenging. The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929. The faster cars of today, though, ensure the 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1-mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers. It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat, Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching for as they go down into turn one?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn one as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Carlos Sainz and Norris, Ricciardo, Gasly, Fernando Alonso and Max Verstappen. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Ocon, Stroll, Yuki Tsunoda and Raikkonen, Russell, Giovinazzi, Mick Schumacher and Nicholas Latifi, Alesi, Mazepin, Vettel, they've taken a grid penalty, and Day. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Welcome to the two watching the stream. Let's see if we can win this one. 5 laps to do it in. This is stuck on very short races. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
We've been awarded a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
I just need to walk. I can't fucking turn, cheeky jet.
DRS DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1
I
second
don't
of the
like
car
Monaco.
edge
I
and
hate
in the
Monaco.
DRS zone.
Too many, there'll be corners in it. Ah!
This is your final lap, the final lap of the race. Race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Yep. I didn't think I'd win Monaco, and I hate Monaco at the best of times.
So, another fantastic victory for Red Bull
See
today.
if they can win a trophy on round 6. Or 7 and
Talk
8.
to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently. It's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be proud of the victory they secured here.
Ooh, I completed it. Ooh, nice one. I completed a weekly challenge, that's nice. Not sure it was. I'll go back to stream up.
The points that Sergio Perez earned today see him take over the lead in the Drivers' Championship. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Well, there was a lot of incredible driving out there today, Crofty, but if I had to pick someone, it's got to be Sergio Perez. Fantastic driving.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. Meanwhile, AlphaTauri's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
I don't see how I'll bet him, but there you go. Still count as VIP challenge, so I'm happy with that.
Well, things didn't really go your way today. Let's have your take. It looks like your rival bested you today, doesn't it? Do you have any comments about the collisions? Your teammate beat you today. Was it a setup issue or something else? Appreciate your time.
Ooh, he's creeping up. We've got to beat him. He's gone to 9, so we've got to beat him next race. We've got to claw that back. We're almost on to level 8 team acclaim. It's nice. Achieved a top 12 finish during the race. Ooh, they're not happy. So we're going next then for round 6. Azerbaijan. Oh, even better, more fun, more twists and turns. Lovely.
I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but some of them have failed quality control. We'll need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
Insufficient fun points. Oh, lovely. Need some points. That's available to upgrade, but I can't do it yet. I need some points. Okay, okay.
driver to enter a race was Louis Chiron.
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick
Nice,
look
we
at
got
those
it.
who will
1
be
minute
fronting the grid.
47.8.
Dave, Verstappen and
1:8.
Carlos Sainz. With qualifying wrapped up, we now
was
have our
surprised
grid
at that.
lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Very surprised at that.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. Looks like you had a great qualifying session. It must be a relief. How do you feel this season is going for you? Is the car competitive? Do you feel that you don't need to practice? Appreciate your time.
That's better. One behind him. Nice.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Here we go. Let's see if we can pull them.
A warm
Trophy
welcome
out
to
the
all
bag.
of you watching at home to today's Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and a race that in its short history has already proven no stranger to drama. A fourth row start is just about as likely to give you a podium as a pole position would. And remember, in 2017 and 2018, both Lance Stroll and then Sergio Perez took surprise podiums here. Baku City Circuit then, an unpredictable 3.7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. 20 turns for our drivers to navigate today, including the infamous Turn 8, one of the tightest and most challenging corners of the season.
Right here in Monte Carlo, 1958. Ferrari have had far and away the most success, and will be looking at another victory.
So we need those points to get back to the top of the championship
Famous faces around the paddock this weekend.
in the Constructors' League.
By cancer, festivals usually held just before the Grand Prix, and many of Hollywood's best and brightest can't resist heading over to enjoy the race. With today's ever-increasing young breed of drivers, it's no surprise the top 10 oldest drivers to enter a race all achieved their strange record.
I think
It's
the,
time to see how our
World Speed
drivers are
reached that
stacking
there.
up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Day lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Bottas, Charles Leclerc and Hamilton, Norris, Perez, Ricciardo and Pierre Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Vettel, Yuki Tsunoda and Stroll, Ocon, Giovinazzi, George Russell and Mick Schumacher, Latifi, Alesi, Mazepin and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
There he goes.
fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. We're leading our teammate by 19.0 seconds. A new fastest lap of the race. drive. We did it. Good job.
Done it. They took Azerbaijan and they got the trophy. They did. That's the first time I've won that. On any F1
It's
games.
never an easy race here in
First time I've
Azerbaijan.
won
There's drama
Azerbaijan.
around every corner.
Get in.
And
Lovely.
they've come through to take a brilliant win here today. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the
I'm
competition
rather proud of
today?
that.
I think that smart
That's
time
awesome.
management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
A show-stopping performance from the three drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure. Day takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Kimi Räikkönen is my standout today. Nothing you could construe as showboating, just an incredibly consistent performance out on track.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. No change in the top spot, but with today's points, their hold on the lead is getting weaker. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours. Things are looking up after last week, aren't they? It's safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations, isn't it? Things were close between you and your rival, but it looks like you're coming up top, doesn't it? Great. Well, that's everything.
Nice, I was basically 9. Cool. Very happy. Round 7, Canada. Has the current game access fulfilled its requirement? Complete 6 races. Yes. Son of a bitch.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top 3. Verstappen, Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
It told me I went in third there, that's a cheek.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. How do you feel the competition is for you this season? You didn't practice much this weekend. Are you saving your car for the race? Appreciate your time.
Neck and neck.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Bonjour! It's time once again to go racing here in Montreal, the second largest French-speaking city in the world, and home since 1978 to the Canadian Grand Prix. We'll be seeing top speeds of around 210 miles an hour here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around two-thirds of the lap taken at full throttle. High-speed chicanes spell potential danger, especially at the infamous Wall of Champions. And watch out for overtaking into the hairpin and the final chicane. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Day, Sainz, Valtteri Bottas, and Perez, Ricciardo, Gasly, Vettel, and Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Kimi Raikkonen, and Stroll, Ocon, Mick Schumacher, George Russell, and Lando Norris, Latifi, Mazepin, Alesi, and Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going. Incident.
Is it really AI to ram me off the track?
This is your final lap of the race. Gap to teammate behind is 21.0 seconds. Nice work, you did well today. I think the boss will be happy with that one.
Red Bull pulling out all the stops today. What a great win. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today and the results speak for themselves.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves. Our championship leader is still sat at the top of the standings, but their rivals have made up some solid ground today. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
I have to give it to Day. Look at where they finished compared to where they started. It's not easy to cut through the field like that in Formula One, so it was a great effort.
Let's move on to the constructors. Red Bull pull further ahead in the standings. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. You're surpassing all expectations. Can anything or anyone stop you? That was a close finish. How are things between the two of you? Great. Well, that's everything.
The personnel department needs some assistance to reach a resolution here. Thanks for stepping in and helping handle that. Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
Fantastic. You've got pole.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Day, Leclerc and Valtteri Bottas. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. How do you feel about this team's performance this season? It looks like you've invested heavily in the development of new parts. Do you feel that you don't need to practice? Do you think your teammate was enjoying themselves in front of their home crowd? Great. Well, that's everything.
Two races to go. And he's neck and neck against me and Verstappen again. So this race and the next race is the decider. Can we beat him? Let's find out.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Hello and welcome to the Circuit Paul Ricard, current home of the French Grand Prix, an event dating all the way back to 1906. It's been held at many venues over the years, with famous moments from Dijon and Manicourt the feature of many a highlights reel. And let's hope we see more of those in the race today. Mastering a lap of Paul Ricard means getting to know 15 corners, 6 left and 9 right, for an overall lap distance of 3.6 miles. The two halves of the long Mistral Straight are separated by a heavy braking zone into a potential overtaking hotspot at the Chicane Nord. And watch out for the drivers running onto the distinctive coloured stripes, which are low in grip and highly abrasive. Alongside me to discuss all the action today is Anthony Davidson. Thanks for joining us, Ant, and tell me, you were down in the pit lane earlier. How do you think the track conditions are today?
Well, it's looking a bit cold out there, if I'm honest. These tyres have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperatures they need to extract the best grip. So with a cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Day lines up on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Hamilton, Max Verstappen and Perez, Norris, Sainz, Ricciardo and Pierre Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Lance Stroll and Vettel, Tsunoda, Giovinazzi, Kimi Raikkonen and George Russell, Mick Schumacher, Latifi, Alesi and Nikita Mazepin. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish. was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. That's a new fastest lap of the race. You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up. This is your final lap of the race. You worked hard for that one. Congratulations.
So take of France.
Another superb French Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all. Day increases their championship lead. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Well, for me, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. The multiple world champion may be the boring choice at this point, but you can't argue that he's a driver deserving of his reputation.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Meanwhile, Alpine move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. What do you think made the difference between this weekend and last weekend? You're beating all expectations. Would you say we all underestimated you? Appreciate your time.
Our margins are looking good right now. I think we've got room for some more investment. As we continue to increase our acclaim, more potential partners become willing to work with us. We can now approach an additional sponsor from the corporate tab.
On to Austria now, round 9. Round it up to 10 and then we'll end the stream, pick it up from 10 on Tuesday. Yep. There we go. Pick up this
Excellent
pole.
lap. We're really pleased.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Day, Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. Do you think this team are performing as well as they could do? You didn't practice much this weekend. Are you saving your car for the race? Great. Well, that's everything.
That means if we win this race now, we'll meet Max Verstappen, or the winners' rivalry.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Welcome to the beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of the Austrian Grand Prix. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the rundown into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Day lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Carlos Sainz and Verstappen, Ricciardo, Norris, Gasly and Fernando Alonso, Vettel, Stroll, Yuki Tsunoda and Ocon, Raikkonen, Perez. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Antonio Giovinazzi and George Russell, Latifi, Mazepin, Alesi and Mick Schumacher. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going. fastest lap of the race so far. The fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. The car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap form. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing. Well done.
You can't fault the performance on the track today. A well-deserved victory. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Welcome then to the podium, our top three drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race. day increases their championship lead. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Well, you can't fault anything that Sergio Perez did out on the track today. He drove flawlessly, making him an easy pick.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. How are you feeling after that win? Things looked close between you and your rival for a bit, but you came out on top, didn't you? We all underestimated you, didn't we? It was more like dodgems than Formula One today, wasn't it? Appreciate your time.
There we go, we beat Verstappen, we won the rivalry. And we're almost driver acclaim. In fact, we are driver acclaim level 10 on the team. I'm level 10 and Guglielmo Alessi is level 6, I believe. So on to our final race of the stream, on to round 10.
I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but some of them have failed quality control. We'll need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen. We have a problem regarding our driver. How do you want to handle this? Thanks. I know these kinds of decisions can be challenging, but I think you made the right call. Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Daniel Fangio and Jack Stewart. And
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three: Day, Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours. Who would you say is your biggest rival at the moment? It's always good to qualify at the front, isn't it? How did it feel to be racing on home turf? Do you have any comments about this team? Great. Well, that's everything.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Welcome along then to Great Britain and the Great Silverstone Circuit for today's Grand Prix. The 3.6 miles of the Silverstone Circuit in Great Britain is hallowed ground to the Formula One faithful. We have 18 corners that wrap around this former World War II airbase and some good passing opportunities at the end of the DRS zones. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn one. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are three main things to worry about there, Crofty: positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Day lines up on pole position and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Sergio Perez and Norris, Leclerc, Sainz, Ricciardo and Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Vettel, Esteban Ocon and Tsunoda, Raikkonen, Stroll, Antonio Giovinazzi and Mick Schumacher, Russell, Latifi, Mazepin and Giuliano Alesi. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks. Fantastic stuff, really well done. That's first. race. This is your final lap of the race. Okay, you're creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds per lap. That's 3 wins in a row. Unbelievable work.
There we go. Taking a win as well. And we got driver B on that one. Nice.
Here we are
What
then, a
excellent
real
finish to
team
the
effort
stream.
to overcome their rivals for a
Another
memorable
4
win here
trophies.
today.
5 trophies.
Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium. Day increases their championship lead. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to Day. They pushed and pushed and found some fantastic performance. It was just a pleasure to watch.
Let's move on to the constructors. No change in the top spot, but with today's points, their hold on the lead is getting weaker. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. You had a lot of fans out there today. Does the pressure get to you when you're back home? You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled. I think it's great how much your team has been focused on developing your car. Great. Well, that's everything.
So it's back to team headquarters and find out what we're doing for round 11 for next stream. So we're going to Hungarian Grand Prix on the next stream.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
Yeah, I'm still 50 points short, man. Can't do that one yet. It's not unlocked. Can't do that either. And that's still 4 base in development, so no, can't do that either. Alright guys, that's where we're going to leave it. So we'll see you on Tuesday for round 11 of season 1 of my Firerocket team campaign. But before then, I will see you later today, hopefully with Zero Core, I guess channel on the channel, and we'll be doing some Dirt 2.0, hopefully. So look out for that, but until then, thank you for watching F1 Gaming. I have been your host Tony, and I'll catch you in the next one.